Okay, in this video, I will answer about the interview. For the first question, my answer is my initial reaction was a mix of surprise and excitement. Usually, when our exams are passive, we just sit down and answer whatever is test. When the format was refused, when the format was reversed, requiring us to design the question of ourselves, my first instinct was to immediately brainstorm scenarios. There was a sense of excitement because I had full autonomy over the context of the sentence I want to create. But there was also a bit of pressure because I knew that creating logical question with precise grammar would require double the diligence. The second answer is I feel highly challenged, mixed with a slight hint of anxiety. I wasn't necessarily confused by the concept, but rather anxious about whether the real life context I just would fit perfectly with the rigid grammatical formulas. The challenge lay in positioning myself as a material creator rather than just a consumer. I had to ensure that the conditional sentences or direct indirect speech I constructed did not sound awkward or forced when read. And the answer of the question number three is it was incredibly exhausting con- conni- cognitively, but highly eye-opening. Thinking like a lecturer meant I had to anticipate errors when creating the reported speech questions. For example, I had to think if the direct speech is an interrogative sentence, will the formula change in its direct form? This process made me realize that designing evaluation instruments requires specialist expertise and careful consideration so that the question remain valid. And the answer of the question number four is the ultimate challenge was maintaining the authentic, authenticity of the stories while remaining strictly complain with grammatical rules. Sometimes our actual real life experience are too complex or too long to be compressed into a single grammatical sentence. I had to filter the essence of those real events, such as the moment I forgot my wallet or my regret over skipping class for reaction, and simplify them without breaking the required structure of the if or clause or direct indirect speech. And the answer question of number five is the process started with mapping the function. I didn't write the sentences right away. Instead, I determined the emotion first. For type 1, I look for a motivational moment saying a successful friend. For type 2, a situation that is impossible to change right now, being thirsty but having no money. And in type 3, for pure past regret skipping class. Once the emotion and context were locked in, I applied the formula step by step, carefully cross-checking the shifts in pronouns and adverbs of time for the indirect speech answer case. And the next answer is yes. I realized something significant. All this time, when reading textbooks, I regret conditional sentence type 1, 2, and 3, merely as variation of a rigid linguistic math formula. However, when forced to create question from my own experience, I finally realized that these three types are psychological reflection of human nature. Type 1 represent hope, type 2 is current imagination or wishful thinking, and type 3 is pure regret. Grammar actually processes mood and emotion rather than just code formulas. And the answer of the question number 7 is textbook exercise are like driving in a simulator. The path is already paved and we just follow instructions. We often answer correctly simply because of pattern recognitions. On the contrary, creating contextual question is like driving on an actual highway. We are the ones determining the road, navigating our own narrative hurdles, and being forced to understand exactly why a specific word structure must be placed there. This independent test builds a much more profound and permanent understanding. And the answer of the question number 8 is